Mic check, 1 2. Guess who's back for another one? It's Brother. Um, got a question about expansion packs. And so if you'll notice on the bottom left hand, I got my live. The bottom right hand, I got the Akai Pro website, and the main course is the MPC software. So basically, what I'll go through showing you guys is how to get your expansion packs from the website uh, to your MPC Live or your MPC One or whatever standalone they may come out with in the future. All right, so the first thing you want to do is boot up MPC, and I need to actually start with a new page. You don't have to. I just loaded up a drum kit that I don't want to be on this particular tutorial. Okay, so got a fresh page here. My MPC is not connected to the software. I figured that it might be a good idea to go through that with you guys as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your software is loaded up. Make sure your MPC is booted up, and then you want to go to the Kai Pro website. Okay, so once you go to kaipro.com, you definitely want to make sure that you go to the sign in link. If you have not registered an account, I suggest that you do that. They have a bunch of really good freebies in there. So you'll go to this account page, you'll register with the email, and sign up for the newsletter. They have a bunch of good stuff that comes through the newsletter, deals and whatnot. My serial numbers are in my account, so I'm not going to sign in right now. I'll take you guys from the main page. So once you get signed in, once you get registered, once you get signed in and all of that, that ensures that once you buy your drum kits, sample packs, expansions, and things like that, it'll be in your account forever. So once you pay for it, there's no losing serial numbers and things like that. It'll automatically sync up. So sign up for the newsletter. Make sure you start your account. Everything's good, right? Next thing you want to do is go to the expansions page. Give me a second, let me scroll down here. So as you scroll down, you can see that they already have the expansions, I guess you would say publicized. So I'm going to go to the first link. I'm gonna just click on Jupiter Rising. I don't want Jupiter Rising, but go ahead and click on it. If you're not ready to buy any expansions, one thing that's dope about the expansions page is every expansion that they come out with, they always release a demo as well. And so the demos have a lot of really good sounds in them. And so that's something to keep in mind if you want to go and grab some free sounds. They have the MPC Pro packs for the iPad and for the iPhone and whatnot. MPC Pro, MPC Pro 2. So as you can see here, we have the Jupiter Rising description, the pricing, and you have the purchase. And so what you want to do is go ahead and click purchase, go through all that snazzy stuff and dealing with making sure you got the correct credit card information or PayPal or whatever. And then you can also click on the SoundCloud play button and kind of get a great idea of what's included in the expansion pack. Go ahead and buy that. Don't buy this. I'm not saying don't buy this, but buy whichever one that you like. and then get it downloaded. Okay, so once you get it downloaded, the next thing that you want to do is go ahead and load that up wherever you downloaded it to. You want to install it. So it's different with Mac and it's different with PC. So just double click on it. It should go ahead and start taking you through prompts. Once you get it downloaded, it should be ready to go. Okay, so once it's downloaded and installed, let me go to my main screen here. Once you get it downloaded and installed, you want to make sure that oh, actually it might be a good idea to shut MPC down and reinstall it so that it will read the expansion pack install file. Once you get it installed, you should be able to see it over here on the right hand side in your browser. Okay, so all of your expansion packs should be here on this right hand side. Now once you get your packs loaded up, the next thing that you need to do is to make sure that your MPC is used as a controller. And so I'm going to go over how you do that. So right here in my MPC live screen, you'll see I'm at the home screen. What you want to do is click on the home button, or you can click on the menu button and then click on this little MPC tab here, and it will enter it will give you the controller mode codec. Once you get the controller mode codec, it will say, are you sure? You go ahead and click on controller mode and it will begin looking for the PC. If it can't find a PC, you'll see this red screen, but just give it a second, and once it syncs up with your MPC, it will go into controller mode, and that looks exactly like your regular MPC live screen. So it looks like I'm syncing up here slowly but surely. Usually doesn't take this long, that's weird. Anyway, so once it gets synced up, you'll notice that whatever screen that you go into with your MPC, as far as the menu, if I click on the looper here, it'll automatically bring up the looper on my screen. If I go into the pad mixer, it'll automatically go to the pad mixer. So on and so forth. Sample editor, it's going into the sample editor. Okay, so now that we know that the controller works, we can then begin receiving the information from the software. Now there's several ways that you can do this, but this is pretty much the easiest way to do it. Okay, so right now what I want to do is actually I'm going to go to my menu, my browser, which you can get to that easily from the main screen by clicking on holding shift and menu. I'm going to click on expansions on my live, and once I click on expansions, you can see here that I have all of my expansions that are loaded onto my software. In this case, I do not have the new jack throwback on my live and standalone, and so what I'm going to do is take that expansion from my PC and put it on my live. Now the way that you do that is you click on file in your software. Once you get the drop down menu, you want to click on export. Once you get to export, you want to scroll all the way down to expansion. Then it'll give you a codec. Now in this codec, it'll ask you what the destination should be. In this case, I want to put it on to the USB drive that's inside of my live, and it will ask me, it has all these check boxes of what expansion that I want to export. So in this case, I want to do New Jack Throwback. Bing bing. Once I select that, then I'll hit export, and then it will begin exporting. Now, depending on how big the expansion is, it may take a while for it to export. Usually during this time I come up with some kind of snazzy, cheesy, dry joke, but I don't have any preloaded. So let me think. Yeah, I only got dirty jokes now, so that's not a good idea. Um, what's good about the expansion packs is that they can be used as drum kits. Some of them have several drum kits. Some of them have several waves and loops. Others have instruments, and it's really good to be able to use your MPC as an instrument, as well as a drum machine. Um, the instrument files have the uh, notes mapped across the pads in banks A through H, and you can always truncate, I'm sorry, not truncate, transpose the time uh, or the notation up or down. You can go up octaves, you can go lower octaves, and you can do all different types of things with the instruments. So it's always good to put some type of live sounding instrument on top of soul samples and things like that, or play some type of synth on your EDM. And so, yeah, there's several different outlets that you can use to either make instruments on your MPC from your samples, or you can download from Akai. There are several producers like Masada MPC. Shout out to Masada MPC, that make their own instruments that you can download, make their own drum kits and things like that. So um, the Akai expansion store, though, is an invaluable resource, and there's actually an MPC forum, and there's also an MPC exchange where you can go into, you can purchase sounds, and in a lot of cases the purchase sounds are a lot better than the free ones, but that's not always the case. Okay, it says expansion export success. It also says it here on the MPC screen, so I can hit it on the screen or on the live. I hit OK. So now the important thing to do right now is to take the MPC um, the MPC drive and export it from, I'm sorry, eject it from your desktop. You never want to disconnect from a computer, a USB drive from a computer, without exporting it first. I'm sorry, ejecting it first. So I'm gonna eject my Samsung drive, which you can also export to the drive just by plugging it into the computer. But either way is a good way. So the next thing we want to do is go back to the menu screen. We want to click on the computer icon, and it's going to ask us if we want to safely remove. We're going to click standalone once we've ejected. And what I like to do whenever there's any new files, which you don't have to do this, you can just refresh. But what I like to do is shutting down my MPC. That way the system reads everything that's connected, and you get a fresh, I guess you would say, connection. I know 100% for sure that it's reading all new files. So I'm gonna go ahead and get booted back up here. That'll take a second. Yeah, the MPC is just like any other computer. It has a motherboard and USB slots and things like that. So A fresh reboot is always good. I've never had to hard boot my MPC. Reads everything fairly well and it hasn't frozen up on me. And so that's what's great about having a standalone. When you have a laptop, your laptop could freeze up or shut down, or you could brick your laptop and all of your sounds and projects are gone forever. It's horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the browser now, and it's in standalone mode. I'm gonna click on expansions, and I should be able to scroll down, and there we have New Jack. And let's click on Audition. I'm gonna make sure this is low because sometimes you can blow your freaking eardrums out. And I'm going to actually I'm gonna go to some of the waves, because when you're in drum kit mode, sometimes the expansions have audition files where you can listen, but sometimes they don't. So I'm just gonna audition the sound. Actually, it might help if I have my headphones plugged into my live. I got all of my audio routed to my PC right now. It's nice bass. Okay, let me go back to the drum kits. So basically what it's doing now is going through a WAV file that has all of the samples that are loaded onto the drum kit. That's nice. Double tap stop to stop any audio that's playing on the MPC. This is Luuh. It's been a great quarantine time providing you guys with this tutorial. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to go to one of these, and then I'm going to load up a drum kit. Okay, so I just press a knob. You can double tap here, or you can click on load, and I'm gonna go to the main screen. And as you can see here, track 1, I have the R&B kit 06. This kit is definitely a homage to Teddy Riley and a lot of the cats that was doing that New Jack swing back in the 90s. This kit is quite dope. I would say if you guys like this video and you want me to do a expansion review, I'll come back and do that video. So just hit me up in the comment section. It's one loves, bro. Luuh. I'm out of here. Peace.